Dele Farotimi, the human rights activist, the lawyer, and the writer, was once upon a time almost assassinated in Nigeria, and the Nigerian police did nothing or paid no attention to him. In this video, we shall be exposing step-by-step timeline on how it unfolded and every detail shared within. It all kickstarted on the 24th of February 2021 when Mr. Dele received a rather very absurd phone call and a very strange phone conversation with an individual. Well, show right now on your screen is a publication released by Premium Times where it states, Lagos lawyer Farotimi raises alarm over assassination. Interestingly, Dele Farotimi had something to say about that phone call. We're showing right now on your screen are the exact words of this man released on the 24th of February 2021, where it states, I was aware that I had offended a lot of powerful people, but by Tuesday last week, I got a phone call giving a specific and a clear warning. So the question here is, why are individuals and powerful people in the country after this man? Well, let me explain. During the EndSARS protest in Nigeria, when protesters were shot at the Lekki toll gate in Lagos State, Nigeria, Dele Farotimi was one of the few individuals and celebrities who spoke the truth and facts. This man exposed a lot of events that happened before and after protests in Lagos State. Well, for better understanding and for more clarity, showing right now on your screen are the words coming from this man. It states, on Monday last week, I have been hearing hints that a lot of powerful people are pissed off with me, particularly because of what I've been saying about the EndSARS protest, the killings at the Lekki toll gate, and the planned reopening of the toll gate plaza. And just in case you don't understand, Dele Farotimi exposed a lot of individuals. Showing right now on your screens are publications of his exposure. As you can see, this man was on the neck of powerful politicians in the country. He wanted truth to see the light of the day. He wanted to see black and call it black. He wanted to see white and call it white. But meanwhile, a lot of individuals weren't happy. Weren't too happy with him. But for better understanding and for more clarity, showing right now on your screen is a TV interview where Mr. Dele was invited by a TV channel in Nigeria to come into their platform, air his views and expose everything that he knows about the Lekki toll gate incident.
The Lagos State government will prefer, that is a blatant, horrible, easily verifiable lie.
Interestingly, after all of this expose, Dele Farotimi chose to stay in Nigeria. He did not want to leave the country or run away. Well, we all know what happened to DJ Switch. DJ Switch was one of the individuals who covered the whole event live at the center. DJ Switch had to leave or flee the country because she received tangible messages that were very clear and instructive in nature. She had to leave, she had to flee for her own safety and for her mental health. But then, when news agencies and newsmen asked Dele Farotimi why he haven't fled or left the country, he stated specifically that we will all die. This is the only thing that is certain for all who draw breath. So fast forward to this particular day, Dele Farotimi was in his comfort of his home when he received a phone call from an individual who was part of this assassination plan and attempt. This individual went a step further to disclose in details all of the workings and inner planning on how this mission will be executed and executed to perfection. But for better understanding and for more clarity, let's listen to Dele Farotimi on everything he had to say about the attack.
21, when I had credible information that there was an active plot against me.
After the phone call, Dele was actually very frightened and this man had to act fast. Show right now on your screen are the actions he took. A Lagos-based lawyer and activist named Dele Farotimi said he has petitioned the State Security Service known as the SSS and the Lagos State Police Command over threats to assassinate him by top officials in the government. And remember, this was during the administration of the former president of Nigeria and the president of Muhammadu Buhari. In the petition written by this lawyer, he specifically named 3 individuals who he believed were championing the assassination attempt on his life. Well, let's hear from the horse's mouth.
I mentioned 3 names with specificity.
So, the lawyer named 3 individuals that he believed were behind this plot. The very first person was a traditional ruler in Lagos State at that time, back in 2021. At that time, Lagos State had over 51 kings. Showing right now on your screen is a picture of these traditional rulers in Lagos State. And based out of what the lawyer said, it simply means that one individual here, or maybe not, was behind this planning. Interestingly, the second individual that he believed was behind the plot was a politician, a top politician in the center. As we all know, Buhari was the president of Nigeria as of 2021. So who is this top politician? Well, for a fact, we don't know. We have to wait for the lawyer, Dele Farotimi, to come out himself and specifically name that politician. And the third individual here is a person from the law enforcement agency. Well, this came as a shocker because we all believe that the law enforcement agencies or apparatus in the country are meant to safeguard and protect its citizens. So to have someone from that organization draw a blueprint and formulate a lead on how to end someone, it's actually very, very surprising. So who is this person from a law enforcement agency? Well, like said previously, we have to wait for Dele himself to come out and name these individuals. We can't do any investigation or we can't do anything from our own point of view until clear or specific names are mentioned. In all of these threats and phone call, the lawyer did not flee the country. He chose to stay back in Nigeria and see things through by himself. In his own words, he stated clearly that he had to limit his movement and wait for things to heavily calm down. At the same time, he was hoping and praying to God to grant him divine security and divine favor. Interestingly, after this man petitioned the SSS and sent a petition to the Lagos State Police Department, he noticed that nothing was done. He observed from a distance that no interrogation or investigation were carried out in order to stop or fish out the individuals involved. This simply means that persons from higher ranking were actively involved in this case. And for the lawyer to save himself and save his life, he had to do something. This man called for a press briefing. He invited most TV channels and most publications in Nigeria to come to his home to hold a press briefing and a press release. In that same publication, Dele Farotimi did not call any names. He did not even go on social media platforms to rant or to one way or the other incite the general public to be on his side or cause any form of public nuisance. This man was very calm in his dealings and he was very, very respectful in his course of approach. And luckily enough, over time, that or assassination attempt on his life reduced or subsided because of the way and manner he managed his situation and the way and manner he briefed the press and released important info to the general public without calling names or naming names. Kudos to this man, Dele Farotimi, for his wisdom, and kudos to this man for the intelligence applied during that trying period. Well, fast forward to the 4th of December 2024, just a couple of days back, we received a rather very surprising news that this same man has been arrested by the police, or let's say this man was abducted by the police, because a couple of days back, this same individual that was arrested by the police went to the said police station to offer himself to be detained by the police, but they let him go and asked him to return back on a different date, which he did. But to our greatest surprise, a police from a different state drove down to Lagos, arrested this man, and took him back or took him down to Ekiti State, where a petition was filed against him by a popular individual known as Afe Babalola. And to our greatest surprise, just a couple of days back, we noticed that this man has been sent to prison on pure grounds of defamation. This doesn't make sense in any way, shape, or form. It simply means that this man is just a target. Individuals in the Nigerian political system has been targeting him for a very, very long time, yes. And the president of the country, in the person of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is yet to uphold the law. During the administration of both Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the former president of the country, in the person of Buhari, we've noticed that this country and this administration no longer respect the rule of law. This country no longer respects the judiciary. This country no longer respects the laws of the land. Well, in our previous video, we exposed all that happened before the arrest of this man. We exposed a lot of events that unfolded. We exposed a lot of actions and reactions that led to his particular arrest. In that video, you get to see how this man clearly called out Tony Elumelu, and you also see how he called out Afe Babalola, and how this individual stemmed it as pure form of defamation. In that same video, we took a quick peep into the book released by Dele Farotimi, a book he titled Nigeria and its Criminal Justice System. Anyways, if you want to watch the video and get full clarity for yourself and understand everything, we have that video sharing right now on your screen. So click on this video to watch and understand. Click on this video and I'll see you on the other side.